Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about how easy it is to plant persimmons. So I'm actually going to plant a few persimmon trees today and just show you basically how simple this is to get a lot of persimmon trees on your farm relatively quickly. Now, I'm blessed. I've got about 7 female persimmon trees on this property that are producing fruit. So I have a lot of seeds that I'm able to collect myself. If you don't have a lot of seeds or you don't have any persimmon trees in your area, a couple places you could check is the North American Fruit Exchange. It's a group of people that get together and basically exchange either scions or nuts and seeds, various kind of fruits that you can grow. So I'll put a link down to them in the description. Another option is you can go on to a website called fallingfruit.org. It's a interactive map, and basically people map out where there's fruit-bearing trees in public spaces where you can go and collect fruit. It's a really neat website. I'd encourage you to check that out. But anyways, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to pick up some of these seeds that have fallen to the ground. The persimmon tree, what is it now? It's November, October? I don't know, one of those two. And the fruit is falling. So all you have to do is come outside and just collect some of the ripe fruit. These ones are a little bit newer. They fell more recently. And then we've got some of the older ones. Where's some old ones? This one's older, it's a little softer, but there's some gross ones out here that have been out on the ground for way too long. And actually, if we come in here and we take a look, you can see something's actually eaten this one. And we can just see the seeds are just laying here, which that's all I'm interested in today is just the seeds. So I can actually just pick up the seeds. Just right like that. I think each one of these has about 3-4 seeds in them. Yeah, this one's got, 5, 6, 7. Never mind, they got a lot of seeds in them. So yeah, I'm going to show you how easy it is to plant these. And literally all you have to do, pick up the fruits like this and go stick it in the ground. So that's what we're going to go do next. All right, let's go take a look. All right, so we've walked down to one of the pastures I have on the farm here. And what I'm trying to do here is actually set up a silvopasture. You can see that we actually do have a fair few trees in this pasture. This one unfortunately came down in the last windstorm. So I'm trying to get more trees in here, and specifically trees that are going to benefit the livestock. We have cattle, so I'm mostly targeting that. So the persimmon fruit, the cattle actually love these things a lot. So that's one reason why I'm working on planting persimmons. You can kind of see it. I've got some T-posts set up. I've got some electric fence. When I bring the cattle in, I actually set this up a little bit more proper to keep the trees safe. So this past spring, I actually ran the plow through here and made one long furrow all the way top to bottom. And then I came in with the interns from the Harvard Farm internship program that we run on the farm here. I had them come in. We planted various, I think we planted oaks, we planted some peach, apple, pear, just some different seeds that I had collected over the winter. We planted them, and it was a really hard year. We planted them, and then we didn't just have a frost, we actually had a freeze. That killed a lot of the ones that had come up. And then for some reason down here we had a lot of cutworms that actually came and killed a lot of the early trees that were coming up. So I did not have very good success down here, but one of the nice things is I now basically have a whole bunch of plots ready to plant more trees, which is what I'm going to do with these persimmons. I thought I could plant right here, but actually right here behind this cedar tree is I actually have what appears to be a pear tree coming up. So that's cool. So I did them on about 6-foot spacing. And actually here, this looks like a peach tree may have come up, which is surprising to me. But if we go about another 6 feet, I did have markers. Maybe I'm a little confused. Maybe my trees are actually up here, and maybe those ones got... Yeah, those are the wrong spot. Those aren't my trees. Those are just volunteers coming up, so that's even more exciting. Here is where we actually planted trees. You can see we put down mulch and stuff too. So I already, ouch, this one actually has a Drosty can in it. So there's a Drosty can right here, so I may as well use it because this tree did not grow. So this is a Drosty can that's been in there since spring. You can see it has not really broken down any. And our clay soil here is not going to release. There we go. So that's a Drosty can after about, what about these 6-7 months in the ground. You can see it's breaking down pretty quickly. So I'm going to try and reuse it. It's not really designed to be used like this though. So basically what I'm going to do is loosen up some soil here. And I'm going to plant maybe 3 or 4 seeds. And you notice I've done nothing to these as far as seed prep goes. I just picked these up off the ground up there, and I'm just going to put them right there. Keep that guy in there. Right there on the dirt. Try and get out of the mulch and find some soil. Put a little bit more soil on top of them. And we'll see if I can get this drosty can to go down on top. The drosty can is supposed to protect the seeds from squirrels and possums and maybe raccoons and stuff. Those bigger animals, though, they can dig them up if they want. So I just put 3 persimmon seeds in there. Hopefully at least one of them grows, and then I can get some persimmon trees coming up here, hopefully in the spring. So again, you don't have to do a whole bunch of complicated prep to these seeds. They do require stratification, a cold stratification. So if you did want to keep them and plant them in the spring, what you'll need to do is actually winterize these. The easiest way to do it is basically you clean all the seed coat and stuff off so it doesn't mold, and then you put them in the fridge. Keep them moist, but put them in the fridge in like a Ziploc bag until the spring, and then you plant them out. And that simulates them going through the winter so that they'll actually sprout. That's kind of like their signal to sprout. I personally prefer just planting them right in the ground right when they're ripe. I did this, it was 2 years ago, me and my kids, I was just trying to experiment to see if they would actually work. So I actually went into the big garden that we have here, and I planted 2 rows of them with my kids. We probably planted, I don't know, 2.5 gallons worth of fruit. And I would say the majority of them came up. I had good solid rows of them. Now, because it was in the garden and it was just an experiment just to see if they would actually germinate, they did end up getting plowed under. So I don't have any of those to show you. But this method does work. I tested it, and this definitely works. So this is in a drosty can. This one should be safe. I'm going to go up to the next one. Actually looks like it's right here. And let's see what's coming up in here. Once again, looks like nothing. There is another drosty can in here. This time I think I'm just going to take these seeds and just kind of stick them off on the side because I don't want to mess with that drosty can. Just stick them in there. Stick a little dirt on top. And we'll see what happens in the spring. Actually, an even easier way to plant these is you just take the fruit like this and just throw it out there. Odds of it growing in that exact spot where it landed, probably pretty slim. Most likely a raccoon or squirrel, something's going to come and nibble on it and carry it off, and it'll get planted somewhere else. And you know, that's all right. I'm not one of those big orderly people where everything needs to be in nice, neat rows. So if you do find yourself with just too much fruit, you can't plant it all, you don't have time, just plant it like that. Nice and simple. Hope you guys found this video helpful. Please get out there, plant some persimmon trees. Thanks, guys. Actually, hold on, wait, before you go, guys, as I was walking out of the field here, I just noticed there are so many trees coming up here that no one's planted. I mean, obviously the birds or the animals, someone planted them, but that's way less work than actually coming down here with seeds and planting them. So take a look at this. Right here, 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 and here, these are all Bradford pears coming up. Unfortunately, they are an invasive species, but they do make a great rootstock. So I will be grafting pears onto at least some of these. The other ones I will kill because I don't want those spreading more. Right here, this is a persimmon coming up. We got some cedars. This right here, this is a black walnut. And all this just came up on its own. So if you have a field like this that's been sitting idle, this field actually I haven't run my animals through this year. This one I've been stockpiling. But a lot of times people see a field like this and they think, oh, I got to bush hog it, I got to plow it before I can plant some trees. First thing you need to do is actually take an inventory of what's already growing. Come on over here and I'll show you this right here. One of the things that gives authentic root beer, it's flavors. So there's a whole bunch of sassafras trees all right around here. So I just want to encourage you guys, before you go out and plant a bunch of trees, maybe take a look at what's actually coming up on its own. All right, thanks again, guys.